Hello dear students, today we will be continuing with the topic that is active and passive voice. Now in the before 3 videos that I have already forwarded to you all, we saw about what is active and passive voice, what is transitive and intransitive sentences. Then we saw how active and passive voice, how we change active to passive in different tense forms, right? So we saw how we changed from present tense to past, present, present continuous and present perfect. Then we saw in past tense, past continuous and past perfect and future tense. Now I hope you must have seen the 3 videos and the concept is clear to you. So the first, now when we talk about active and passive voice, it is not only that we change sentences, that the tense of the sentence. It is not only in tenses change, but there are sentences that you will have a question sentence. That is what we call as interrogatives, right? The WH question that asks a question and that has a question mark. Then we have sentences that contains the word let. Then we will have sentences that will have modal verbs. Now you are all aware of modal verbs that are should, could, can, would, ought to, might, may. So all these are modal verbs. So in sentences like will be modal verbs also that you have to change to passive voice. Then you may have infinitives also, right? We have already studied about infinitives before. So infinitives means to plus the verb, okay? It's to plus the verb. So when we change, you will be seeing, I will be telling you about how to change infinitive sentences, active sentences to passive. Then you may also have imperative sentences. Now when we talk about imperative, it means command, request, advice. All these are imperative. All these that contains these advice, request, command, order, all these are imperative sentences. So how we will change these imperative sentences of active voice to passive voice. So let's start with what is given in your course. Now it is you have interrogatives, that is question sentences, you have infinitives and you have imperatives. So we will be discussing these 3 topics in detail and I will be giving you some of the examples how to change from active to passive voice. So let's start. So let's see the first sentence that I have written. Now you can see the first sentence that I have written. Do I call you? So and then you can see a question mark. That means it is a question. It is an interrogative sentence. And when you have do and does in active voice, it is automatically understood that the sentence is in present tense. So the sentence is in present tense. Do I call you is in present tense. So then we have how we will change active voice in present tense to passive voice. We always use, as we have already done, what we use? We use is, am, are. Yes, I have already given you a table also. So we use what we use? We use is, am, are. Now when we use is, am, are, we will be changing. We will be seeing what is a subject, what is a verb and what is a object. And you all know how we change object to subject and subject to object and the verb in the tense form, the third form of the tense, the third form of the verb. So we all know that if a sentence is in interrogative, it's an interrogative sentence, then when we change it to passive voice, that will also be interrogative. So that means that will also contain a question mark. That will also be an interrogative sentence. So let's see how we will change. Now you all know that here in the sentence, I, what is I? I is a subject then you is the object and call is the verb, right? Is it easy for you to change now? Subject to object, object to subject? Yes. Now you need to remember one more thing. I had given you a table also where you had to see in the changes in the I changes to me or they changes to them, right? So in that you remains you. So the word you will remain as you when we change it to passive voice. So what will be how it will be changed? Now so it will be changed to and. Yeah, one more thing. When we change, we all know that is object, right? But what with you, which one you will use? Is, am or are. Okay, now we are pointing you. So with you will always use are. We always see singular and plural. So with you we use are as the. So we use are. You will be remaining as you. Called, the third form of the verb. By. We always put by. I will change to me. So are you called by me? So it will be changed to this form. So let's see some more examples. So let's see another sentence on the board, that is, why did he call you? Okay. Now you know this, it contains question mark, that means it is an interrogator, that means it's a question. So how will you do a question? Now first we have to recognize, we have to identify what is the sentence, in which tense is the sentence. Now one quick thing, that means did. You see did in the sentence, it is understood that it is in past tense. Now when the sentence is in past tense, you remember this, you see the table and how we change? We change it to was or were. We change it to was or were according to the singular or plural that is there in the sentence. So let's see how we do the sentence. First we have to identify subject, verb and object. So let's see what is the subject here. Now in the sentence, he is the subject, call is the verb, and what is the object? Again, you is the object in the sentence. Now, did is there, so you know it's a past tense, so you will add was or were in the sentence. So we have subject, we will copy why. You see in the sentence what we have? We have the subject, we have the verb and we have the object, right? So interrogatives are copied, the WH, the questions are copied as is. So why is here, then what we will write? Why, this is in plural, so why were you called by him? So this is how it will be. Why were you called by him? So this is how it will be changed. So let's see one more example. One example you can see on the board here. Let's read out. How much does he love his brother? How much does he love his brother? Now again, I said before that when we use do and does, it is understood that the sentence is in present tense. So we will change into, so what will be the change? You all know, is, am, are will be the change. So let's identify the subject, verb and object. So now you can see how much does he love his brother. Now you all know that how will be copied as how. It's a question interrogative. Then we know here that brother. Now we have to identify, to put in is, am, are, that is it a singular or is it a plural. Now when we talk about his brother, that means we are talking about his brother. That means one, singular. Okay. So the object, his brother, it's an object and it is a singular. So we will be writing here how much is. Okay, is, the is here, then object, the object will become the subject here. So how much is his brother love? Love is the verb. Loved. Love will become loved by. He is the subject. So by him. So what is, how much is his brother loved by him? So this is how we changed the questions, the interrogative sentences from active to passive. Okay, next, one more important thing you need to understand is when we have a active sentence, when there are two clauses in a sentence separated by a comma. As you can see in the sentence, we have two clauses that is separated by a comma. So you always have to remember this. The clause that is after the comma is copied as it is. It is not changed. It is copied as it is. Okay. So let's change that sentence. I did not do it. Trust me. Okay. So let's find out. You have the subject. Then you have the verb. Now you all know that it is did not. Okay. So did not, it is a negative sentence. Not always tells you about that it is a negative sentence. So how will we change this sentence? Okay. So did is there. So you all know that it is a past tense. Not is there, it is a negative sentence. Then verb, you all know do is the verb here. And it comes the objects. Easy to change. Let's change. So it will be it was not. Not will be copied as not because it is a negative sentence. Do will become done by me, comma, trust me. Okay. So this is how we will be changing a sentence when we see there are two clauses. One separated by a comma. So this clause will be copied as it is. Okay. Now when there is a very important thing. Now you must be thinking how we will be after doing so much of tenses. It is still difficult for me to find out what is the object in the sentence. So what are the two things that you need to know to find out? So one is whom and what. So these are the two things you will be asking in every active sentences. These two questions. Whom, we are doing for whom. What are we doing? So what will be the answer? Okay, that will be the object. That will be the object of your sentence. Okay. So let's, for example, let's give you some example. Like we must raise this matter in public. So what we must raise? This matter. So this matter here is object. So remember that you need to ask in every sentence from active, in every active sentence, to change it to passive, you need to ask two questions. Okay, that is what and whom. What does it matter? What is it in the sentence? You have to ask. Whatever comes the answer, that becomes your object. So I hope you have understood this video perfectly. So the next video will be of infinitives and imperatives. Thank you.